Welcome again. My name is Joon Cho. I'm going to give you a talk about smart city. You may heard about smart city here and there. And then especially, I'm going to talk about campus city, connecting people, and I deal with the triple helix model. The trend for the global urbanization trend is very clear. And as the development of China, India, Southeast Asia, especially in here, Asia and Brazil, you can clearly see the gap between the urban level will continue to narrow. That said, lots of cities going to be evolving and developed. And 2050 expects to exceeding 80% of the population living in this global city. And there is a lot of investment in the smart city worldwide, including Asia, Middle East, Asia, Africa, North Africa, Europe, Latin America, and Singapore is the one. Singapore is the one. Originally, they developed for the first time. That was announced at 2017, or 2016, 2006. And then after forward that is Japan and Europe and China and so on and so forth. So they try to develop the smart city concept and so on. So, the problem with the smart city is basically, new intelligence drive in the industrial revolution, and especially for the fourth industrial revolution. And then they start from the first industrial revolution, second industrial revolution, third industrial revolution, and so on. And then you're going to listen to talk about DQ along the line and so on and so forth. It's going to be a very exciting one. And then among the smart city, when you talk about the innovation in smart city, a lot of people just thinking about Silicon Valley. And the small areas right now, they are basically making amazing part of the technology concept there. And then, that is basically start from the two, which is Professor Thurman brought the Hewlett and Packard together at Stanford University, 1939, to decide to make the learn for ourselves, found the HP, and that's the birth of Silicon Valley. At the time, it was a rural city. It's a farm. But ever since early 1980s, Sun, Cisco System, as you know, MySpace, Yahoo, a lot of those tech came out. At the beginning with the 1990s, and then 2000, as you know, the Google is come out from the Stanford University. Then what was the role for the Stanford University, basically next to the Silicon Valley? The role of Stanford is very, very, very simple. Interview the industry, put into the creativity, and planting ground for the ideas, the role of the student as an inventor, and encourage the entrepreneurship, which is exactly what is happening in Singapore at NTU and the whole idea of a city with a campus, they have a talent pool. Those talent which is loyal to the technology, with a unique openness, highly skilled, highly motivated like you guys, social network with the people, and diversified. With that talent for supporting infrastructure with many supplier outstanding resources, that including venture capital in the surrounding of the Silicon Valley, and the most important thing is mindset. They have role model. We open, in Asian mentality-wise, if you fail, it's not okay. But in the Silicon Valley, you can see the people who fail all the time. That is no problem. So the key high technology framework, basically, there is a lot of different framework developed, vision, strategy, execution. And then there is another model for the concept for the feed business plan. 3 questions for the big market, winning strategy, excellent team, and so on and so forth. But what is the current situation? Silicon Valley is not just paradigm. The reason we didn't realize it because we only go to Silicon Valley daytime, look at the Golden Gate Bridge, Silicon Valley is amazing, but in reality, look at the housing price. It's almost double or triple of other places because people, even though they make lots of money there, but in reality, you don't make money. Since 2003, there are 300,000 jobs lost, nearly 120,000 jobs in loss in 2010. So right now, as you know, a lot of a programmer and software developer is outsourcing to India. And the moving higher end of the research, R&D, design, back office, marketing, and so on, because of the high cost of living makes Valley unaffordable. And the second thing, and then of course you go to San Francisco, and then a lot of places you see the Golden Gate Bridge, fantastic, beautiful. But in reality, if you go to San Francisco daytime, you cannot even walk. And then many people saying they're losing the sustainability of the city. This is what is happening. Why? Why this is happening? The concept of ideal super smart city is basically most of them, or all of them, focus on technology platform first. Mobility, economy, environment, safety, and so on. So what is missing? What is the definition of city? City is the place we live in. We meaning is human. But missing thing is what is talent. That is missing. So in order to change that, we employ the system of a quadruple helix model and its function, which is in order to have a sustainable development for the city, innovation is necessary. The key word in here, innovation, know-how, knowledges. How do you actually building up that coming from or starting from or ground is human. So basically, even though it's a small city, we're now able to connect everything by digital intelligence or digital intelligence quotient, which is, that's what we are doing right now. Even though we are a separate place, we are very much connected under the AKC2020. So with that, DQ24 is the global standard for the future education and future platform. That is what we adopted as the Korea Science and Engineering Association in Singapore as well. And then let me give you some of the model what is happening in NTU as the living campus. NTU found the very early year as the teaching school, and then you see that now is become a campus city. It has been very successful ever since 2007. Now, student is around 33,000, and the staff is 5,000. So if you combine together, compared to grant, it's $1 billion grant, plus the people of 40,000 people, plus all the international students. That community is basically a similar size of a smart city we want to design. And then all the major economic element is optimally in track, or we try to make it. And then the average week happening in here, NTU-wise, company engagement, $1.7 million. Grant one is $11.8 million. Lecture delivery is 9,000 hours and so on. So with this, NTU is the vibrant competitiveness, a know-how given to the industry capability, also connecting with the government support. With that, if you aligning those each city with RIE, which is RIE 2020 national strategy, then you can clearly see that how we align as NTU, aligning with those strategy, which is the benefit to the not only economy, but the whole system of all. So if you clearly see that in here, You can see how the talent pool move, develop talent, secure funding, grow infrastructure, create partnership, value capturing, based on education, innovation, and realization. That is the vision people should have. And if you actually see the research ecosystem integrating across technology readiness, we do fundamental research as academicians. However, we also do thematic research because we care about energies, we care about electric car, we care about biomaterial, bio-inspired material. That connecting with the national laboratory partnership, like national lab session with the Temasek, and that we try with the living laboratory, this is the platform we can test what we developed. And also technology demonstration, corporate laboratory can be very, very exciting pan-university institute and center from bench to business side. So this is a kind of model system which we are trying in the small town, Jurong Point, with the Nanyang Technology University. By that, we have lots of global facility or institutes coming in here to working together like BMW, cybersecurity partnership, Interpol in the COE cybercrime, AIE at the laboratory, which those international cooperation laboratory bring us not only the funding to work, but also technological development so that benefit to the society. With this university private sector partnership can be meaning as a smart campus city, creative collaboration, not only creative, but cooperative and constructive collaboration is possible. With that, those national laboratory partnership bridging to the industry from the Singapore, Germany, France, Australia, those partnerships actually making Singapore's manufacturing and remanufacturing capability, and Germany's argumentation for the reality, cybersecurity, and France for the exploring CEA nuclear competence, and Austria additive manufacturing technology. With that, this is the most important slide for the living laboratory or smart city should be acting as a living laboratory, like smart campus with a smart nation. For example, we can test our technology for the green bio and green energy technology to the green building system. We can actually develop energy implementation to the campus. We can actually check all the user behavior with the students, and then smart grid information and so on within the campus whole city. So this technology demonstrator we can actually do in the small scale like smart city and campus city that can be translated as well as can be scaled up. With this, the campus is basically living spaces, acting as a smart city. In order to do that, we have a research excellency and technology entrepreneurship like CREE program, Germany, Switzerland, England, Cambridge, Berkeley, Israel, and so on. So with this whole system aligned with what we call teaching ecosystem. Technology enhanced learning is very, very, very important, including the young talent education like you guys, undergraduate research experience, technical project innovation platform, international experience. That's why you guys go to foreign place for 1 year to have an experience. That also with the private sector attachment and resident education, which all are very, very important networking, as AKC is one of the aims to basically bridging Asia, Korea together as a joint and dual PhD program and so on. And also that align with or directly apply to aging population like adult education platform. So with the whole thing, this global standard university platform, DQ platform, I suggest as a smart campus city framework, which is working with the corporate, government, academic institute, international organization, NGO, education training provider platform, and media getting together, including UNESCO, IEEE, DQ, and so on, so Ashka Foundation, so on and so forth. With that, this smart campus city component can connect by this framework of the DQ, digital intelligence quotient, that is including security, energy, economic development, healthcare, water, which is energy, mobility, and waste. With this platform, we are able to connect smart campus cities with digital era. And this can be leading to the world leading and business orientation. Thank you very much. And then I'm reading this. I finished my talk with the reading this one. Da Vinci said, I have been impressed with the urgency of doing. Knowing is not enough. We must apply. Being willing is not enough. We must do. Thank you very much. And then guys, you guys are very young and talented people. I'm hoping that you can listen this inspiration outreach talk and then thinking about how the future city called smart city evolving together. Thank you very much.